Good morning, everybody. I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. I've been busier than a one-legged man at a butt-kicking competition. Most of it is because of these gals out here. Good morning, ladies. That's cow speak for hi. So what are those cows and calves doing in such a muddy lot? Well, hypothetical internet viewer, I'm sure glad you asked. Because we're working cows today. Yes, sirree, Bob, it is that time of year. It is time to work the spring herd, take care of the calves, fly tags, pour on, all that fun stuff. And then, hopefully in a couple of days, kick them to grass. This year has been a fantastic calving season. Not only were we 92% done in 43 days, which is our tightest calving window ever, which is why I was super duper busy, we also did not lose a single calf during the birthing process. Batted 1,000. Technically, we batted over 1,000 because we had sets of live twins. I am stoked. Never done that before, and it'll probably be a minute before I do that again. But thanks to the help from my cousin and his wife and my wife, we were able to really do a great job keeping an eye on stuff this year. So for all of us, we're going to give ourselves a little POB. So now that that's over with, we are going to be running everything today through our Q Power 107 Arrowquip chute, and our bud flow tub and all that stuff back there. And then out here for now, the coals will stay in here with the bucket calf. But everybody else will go out there. We're going to keep the coals in here until after we're all done, cows and calves, and then we'll kick the rest of the herd back out into the pasture. And then the coals will stay in the pen till the next sale date. That pen out there, not this one here. That would be silly. Before we get started running everything through the chute, though, we do what we call pre-sorting. Welcome to the octagon. Cows come in down the lane here, and then everything gets sorted into one of 3 pens over here, or one of 3 pens over here. Now you might be asking yourself, why pre-sort? Well, my uncles are in here with ours, and we caretake his during the calving season, and he likes to be here just for his, and his might need something a little different than ours. He takes care of his cows just a hair bit different than us, which is totally fine, personal preference. So we sort his in this pen here. For us, we put our old ones here that we're thinking of culling, anything we've noticed with bad quarters or bad mouths or something like that, just old stuff. They go in here in this middle pen because it's not super duper big. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of them. And the rest of ours go over here. Then on this opposite side, my uncle's calves go down here. The old one's calves go in here. And everything else goes in here. That way, when we go through these ones, we know it's going to take, the old ones, it's going to take some time. Mouthing, checking, feet, all that kind of good stuff. And since the old one's calves will be right across the way, we'll know that, hey, these are the ones, it's easier to find the ones that are the coals, or they go with their coal cows, and just bring them down, put them in the pen. Makes life a bit simpler once we get everything rocking and rolling through the chute. They're able to keep me fed, essentially, with cows, with them all being right here. Now I wish I could claim credit for the awesomeness that is this sorting octagon. However, where I first saw it was on an Arrowquip commercial about their draft pound, I think is what they called it. I've seen it done a couple other names. I want to say it originated at Texas A&M, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. But it essentially lets me sort without having to run all the way up and down a lane, opening gates back and forth and back and forth. It allows us, just one person, to pretty much sort an entire herd. And I have done that before. But enough of me yakking. It's time to get to work.
My cousin had a really rough start to his morning. In addition to catching a gate with his face, he also twisted his leg and had a cow poop all over the front of his shirt later. I know it was a dumb question to ask, "Are you okay?" But that was just the first thing that came out of my mouth. That's his wife coming to check on him here. We're going to get him out of the octagon and let him have a chance to kind of catch his breath, get his bearings, make sure he's doing okay. And while he's out, I'll continue the work. I'm not a doctor, but HGN, the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, can be used to see some signs of a concussion. It's not definitive, but it could show some signs. He showed a couple of signs with lack of smooth pursuit, but he said he was feeling okay and wanted to keep going, so we just kind of kept a close eye on him for the rest of the day.
And just like that, we're all done. All the cows, all the calves, and my wife and I were looking through all the tag numbers and everything else, and we only have one discrepancy, and that's our cow 2525. We do not have records of working her calf. So I gotta mosey through here, see if I can find the cow, and see if she's got a calf with her, or she lost it, or it's, no longer in this plane of existence. So I gotta do some moseying around. I appreciate you stopping by and watching all this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, if you wouldn't mind, share it with a friend, share it with an enemy, share it with a malnourished vegan just to make them mad. But as for me right now, gonna go pop those panels open so these cows and calves can go get something to eat. My cousin just got here with the silage wagon. So they'll be happy campers. The ones out there in the pen, they're gonna hang out in there till Monday, and they'll be going to the sale. It was a good day. It was a very good day. Things worked pretty doggone well. As always, thanks for stopping by.